All right. What I want to do is I gathered about 5 different tools that I thought were cool from the internet, things that I've actually kind of covered before. Some I have, some I haven't. I want to spend this session just pointing them out, showing you how they can be put to use. A lot of the benefit of these is this is stuff that your students can put to use too. So it's not just from an instructor perspective, throwing it into your Canvas course. It's also, I like to change my thinking on this and say, how could the students build these things, and how could the students participate with these things and generate these things for even an assignment submission, as a different way to go about the learning process. So I'm going to try and cover these items. If there's something that you want to know more about, we can spend more time on that in this session. If there's something that you want to know more about later on, I'm happy to meet with you on any of the items that are covered. So we're going to cover Flipgrid, ThingLink, Kahoot, Padlet, Quizlet, and Canvas. And some of these might be familiar to you, others maybe not. So we'll get right into it. The first one that I want to point out, and I know that I've shared this before, is ThingLink. It's free. It allows you to embed any of the items that you or your students create into Canvas. And so turning on over to a ThingLink and kind of go back to the home page and show you what they look like, where you can go to pull them from, and how they can be added to Canvas. So first things first, you can make your own. I haven't made a ton, but just to give you an example of what they look like, all I did was take a picture that I took. This is of this on Drummond Island, Huron Bay, and you can add these different points to the image, and those points can contain information about different things. So I got a point that's on the water, and we talk about the native fish. Another point up here, and just some information about tourism. You can add videos, so I could actually watch a video right from here, and you can see that it plays right on the web page here. These ThingLinks can be created via a mobile device as well. There is a mobile app for it. So if you're having your students create it, I actually built one recently from my phone, and you can actually add all these things. You can add audio right into it. And I don't know if you can hear the audio or not, but so you can add all of these different tags in here. If you don't want to add your own image, you can go to Explore, and you can search from a library of lots of other already created ThingLinks that might work for your course. And it's very easy to add any image. You don't have to take the image yourself. You can go to the World Wide Web and search for an image, bring it in there, and attach different stamps around the image of different videos, facts, things like that. If you're working in a biology course, for example, you might show a cell, and the students or yourself might outline the cell, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more interactive. As I mentioned, these things can also be easily embedded into Canvas, which is cool. So you see that one that I showed you already. Just like from the ThingLink website, we can go around within Canvas and point out the different items that I had added. Okay, and it goes right within the flow of your course from there. So yeah, like I said, it's free. There's mobile functionality, and you can also take this and embed it into any sort of Canvas course or Canvas item. Anything with a rich content editor. So whether it's an assignment instructions, maybe even a quiz question, you can post these images in there. They're super easy to make. You could probably, if you have all your sources for the different items, throw one of these together in under 5 minutes easily. So that's ThingLink right there. Moving on to the next one is Flipgrid. Now, this has been in your Canvas courses for a while, and you probably have seen it over on the course navigation and maybe wondered what it was, but didn't want to spend the time to get into it. I'm going to try and give you an overview to try and persuade you to put it to use. Flipgrid was acquired from Microsoft not all that long ago, which made it free for all users. It used to be something instructors paid to use. It's just basically a different format of doing a video type discussion. So it's free, like I said. It's easy to access in Canvas. So I'm going to pop back to the module here. And you can see that I've added a Flipgrid assignment. And what I found is that as an instructor, when these Flipgrids are posted, I can grade them right from here. Okay, so you can see that I gave this student a grade for their posting, and it goes right into your Canvas gradebook. But backing up just a little bit, what are these Flipgrids? They're video discussions. And so I added a prompt via video, and the students then will post their video responses to what I posted. So we can see our test student here posted her video response. All right. And right from here, as the instructor, I can give them a grade. And I can break that grading rubric down as needed. I can give feedback. And so this is basically just another way, a different format of leading a discussion in your course or hosting a discussion. These videos can be responded to. So you can see right here, this individual responded to a discussion post that was already made, and that was easy to do as well. They can be viewed within the speed grader. I will add one thing that if the students use the mobile app to post, which they can do, then the instructor can't view the submissions in SpeedGrader. The nice thing about this, though, is as you can see here, I'm able to view all the videos regardless of if they're submitted via the mobile app and give a grade right from this area. I can also give feedback and edit any of these items as well. It's also cool because I can see some analytics. I can see who's viewed it. You can give likes to submissions. You can attach files. So if you wanted to give a little bit more information about the background on the assignment or whatever you want to do, you can post attachments, whether it be a website link, an actual file. And it's not required that you post a video prompt either. You could just put all your instructions right here. And so if I go back to the PowerPoint, you can actually see that I'm able to, and you saw the response that I posted, but you can see that that was done via my mobile device. But I can also do it from a laptop camera as well. So one of the things with this is it's really cool in that you can do a whole lot more with it, and the responses are via video. The downside would be your students are going to have an idea of and the capabilities to use video. So whether it be from their mobile device or from a webcam, they're going to have to be able to access that. But all in all, I think this is an awesome tool, a different way for you to go about discussions in your class. Elizabeth, I know you do a lot of discussions, and so and I know you probably got you're in a groove with discussions, but maybe you change this up one time and just see how students like it as a different way of doing things. Who knows? But it's a lot of people rave about Flipgrid, and I think it's time that MCC found out what all the fuss is about with regards to it. So now that I have a better idea of how it works, hopefully I can share that knowledge.
Sir, do you have like a video that you can post in Canva so that it shows students what their experience is to get set up with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If it's something that you want to put to use or more instructors want to use, I would be happy to do like a video overview on both the instructor perspective of it and setting it up and managing it, and also from the student side and how they can access, whether it just be from their computer or from a mobile device. So definitely can do that. Third one, very popular one. This is something most people have experience with is Kahoot. And so I'm not going to spend a ton of time with it, but I just want to point out a couple cool things. And that's having the ability not just to add it to Canvas, because that's very possible to do. Let me click through my list here and get to the Kahoot. But anytime that you can run things out of Canvas, that makes things easier for both you and your students. So you can see here, I actually found a Kahoot. I didn't create this myself. I stole one that's already been made, and I'll show you where you can go to find that. But you can then take your Kahoot and embed it right in Canvas. So you can navigate to the Kahoot website and run it from there. But I can start the Kahoot right from here. As soon as people are ready to join, we can get the code up there and the annoying music cues in as well. And once people start joining, we can run the Kahoot right from here. If you're, let me, and I have annoying music playing in my ear. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I gotta stop that. If you've never used Kahoot before, sorry, I had to stop the music. The Kahoot website, as you can see, has essentially the same thing. So if I back out of here, and show you the actual Kahoot website. Hopefully it still has me logged in so I don't have to go through that process. There we go. So here's my, a Kahoot account is free. And you can see that there are so many different Kahoot set up. Kahoot is basically like a trivia game. You can have students play all individually. They can log in or access the game from the web. They can also easily access it from any mobile device or any sort of device that they have using either the web or the Kahoot app. But you can find Kahoots that have already been created simply by doing a search on different subjects. So for example, I could do a search on chemistry, and that will bring me back a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different Kahoots that are already been made, and they're pretty high quality depending on what you're looking for. But you can also filter through and find items more specific to what it is that you are trying to do a Kahoot on. Once you find one that you like, so maybe we'll use this chemistry, chemical and physical changes, we can share it with our class or whoever we're trying to do this with. One thing that I should add is it's a little bit more of a process to get that Kahoot to show up on your Canvas page. In that case, we just need to find a simple iframe generator to get this embed code. But literally all that I had to do to do that was take that the shareable link right there, go to this iframe generator and paste it in there and generate it. Once I do that, all I have to do is go to that content page that I've created. It could also be any version of the rich content editor. So here I have just a simple Canvas page. And I'd have that code copied. I just go to the HTML editor, and all I have to do is paste that code in there, just like that. And once I do that, it will place that Kahoot, and I gotta go back and make a quick change, but it will place that Kahoot, as you could see from before, right there on my Canvas page. So Kahoot, easy to use. If you want to know more about it, I can help you with that as well. But like I said, you're probably more familiar with that. Most of it is free. You do have the ability to subscribe and you get more features, but we've always just used the free version of Kahoot. The next one is Quizlet. If you've taken the Canvas core training, you have seen and used Quizlet, hopefully. Quizlet is kind of a cool tool in that it's free. It allows you to add these items directly into Canvas. So if you wanted to give your students a quick review quiz after they learned a subject, you can do that. So if I go back here to my Canvas module and go to the Quizlet tab, you can see that I do have an embedded activity in here. And so for this one, you probably have done this, but the students need to match up the different tags with the different items, the definitions. I'm not reading anything right now, so that's my excuse for struggling. But once they do that, they're timed, and just be a fun way for them to practice different subjects that you've already covered and things like that. If you don't want to run it from Canvas, that's cool. You can create and easily share right from the source here on the Quizlet website. You can see that there's a lot of different choices as far as what you might want to set up or the type of activity that you want to set up. And so that's up to you. But all you have to do is create an account. When you're ready to share, you don't go to the actual share button. You're going to go to where it says embed, and that will give you that code that will allow you to place it right within Canvas. So for this one, you don't need to get a code generator because Quizlet will actually provide you with what you need to get it where you want to get it. And I know that a few instructors are actually putting this to use. I know that Michelle uses it quite, excuse me, frequently in her biology class. And so ask around if it's something that you want to put to use, but they're very easy to create. They store for free right on the Quizlet website. And at any point you can update them, edit them, and then link them or embed them directly within a Canvas course or module. So yeah, that's Quizlet. Moving right along, this one's a little bit different in that to this point we've talked about things that embed within your Canvas course. Canva's a little different in that it's for creating images. And so a lot of the images that I kind of create and place in courses on the fly, whether it be page banners. Elizabeth, I know that you've had a want to bring some more branding to your course and kind of liven up your course a little bit. I know you found some images and stuff like that. But another option is this free site called Canva. And what it does, and you can see some of the examples of some things that I've created, is it allows you to create a lot of different types of images. So all these are examples of templates that they have. So depending on what it is that you're trying to do, maybe you just want like a banner image. And even though it says blog banner, it can be used. And so when we open that, it'll open up our editing pane. And basically from here, it's just a matter of searching and finding what you're looking to do, adding the text and color schemes and different other elements that you'd like to add. So you can see how they have all these templates here. I mentioned it's free, and that's partially true. Most of it is free, or a lot of it's free. But you can also get a little higher level image if you want to fork over some money to Canva. But I kind of search for the ones that say free. And once you find what you want, you just drag it and you drop it. And from here, you can start editing and adapting it to make it more what you would like it to look like. And so you can add different text, different items, different elements. You can see there's a ton of choices for different things that you might want to use. You are not restricted to just what they have in their libraries. You can also bring in your own images. So if you wanted to go take a picture of students in your class working and put that or infuse that in with your image, you can do that as well. And you can see that there's an uploads option. When you're working from your account, you can create folders and save different things that you've used before within your different folders. And so it creates a great workspace for you to kind of liven up your course or whatever you need to create images for. Maybe you run a Facebook page or a social media account and you'd like to liven up the page a little bit. You can come over to Canva, not Canvas, and create those items. So this isn't something that like you embed in a Canvas course for your students to do, but it might be something that you show to your students and say, hey, on your next project, maybe have some fun and liven up your images or liven up your PowerPoint presentation by creating new images that also incorporate things that we're studying in the course. So just a cool feature to bring some glitter or some higher level creativity to your course, I guess. All right, we're flying. The last one that I want to throw your way, and a lot of these things are kind of wide open in terms of how you can put them to use. And this one's even more wide open. Padlet is a tool that basically provides you with a cork board or a bulletin board. And how you use it is totally up to you. You can bring video into your board that you establish. You could use it as a discussion area. This integrates within Canvas, so we can embed these boards right within a Canvas page, and your students can work on it right from there. The free account only allows you to have 9 different boards at any one time. So if you use up all 9 boards, you either are done or you're going to have to delete a board in order to create a new board if you wanted to do that. If you do this out of Canvas, and students post on it on an embedded item within Canvas, they're going to show up as an anonymous user. So that might be something to think about, like have them put their name on their post or whatever it is. But this is an example of using it for like a discussion board. And students can easily post and respond to each other right from here. You can see that it's easy to add a YouTube video. And if I click on the plus here, that allows me to start a new entry. Okay. As you can see, I can upload a file, I can link stuff, and there's other options as well. If I click on the menu button, there's a whole lot of other options here. So really, the sky's the limit in terms of what you're able to do with Padlet or what you want to do. I'm sure that if you think that this is a cool tool, it's something that you could adapt. Discussion is just the example that I give. You could use it as a place where students turn in work and also have the ability to see each other's submissions. One of the things that we kind of don't have a lot of ability to use in Canvas is if students turn in their work, they can't see each other's work. So if you have a class or an assignment where you want the students to share each other's work and see, to give feedback on and stuff like that, it can be kind of difficult within Canvas. Sure, there's ways you could share it on a discussion board or in a group area, but this might be kind of a unique way to, hey, I'm going to post my presentation here and give me feedback on my presentation that I created, or whatever it is that you're working on within your course or courses. Like I said, these can also embed within a Canvas course. So if I go back to my module area here, you can see that I have a Padlet discussion here. So that same Padlet that I just displayed for you, I embedded it in the rich content editor of an assignment area. Okay, so what that'll do for me is allow me as the instructor to view the board, and then from there I could have the speed grader open as well, and I can assign points right from here, because technically they're not going to be submitting anything. I mean, but they are going to be posting on this board. You can post right from the assignment area too, which is cool because then they don't have to navigate out to the site. Like I said, the only downfall is when they post from here, or if they post without signing in, it's not going to have their name on it. So this post right here was done by our test student user, Maryland student. And you can see that there's no identification that it came from her because she forgot to write her name. So it's like the good old days when you used to have students turn things in on paper but forgot to put their name on it. We're kind of maybe regressing with technology. I don't know. So very easy to use. If you didn't want to do that post, you just hit the delete. All of those items that I was showing you from the Padlet website are available here right within Canvas. So like I said, you can take these tools and put your own spin on it. You don't have to just say, well, that's the example Kevin used, so that's how I have to use it. That's entirely not true. I always like seeing how people use different tools that are out there for them to use. So those are the items that I wanted to cover today. I know I flew through them. That's kind of the intention, is just to give you a little preview of it. And then if you have any questions on any of these things, don't feel like you have to put them to use. It's just simply, hey, maybe you're trying to do something in your class and this tool might fill that need. If not, go about your days with a smile on your face. Spring will be here soon. Any questions?
So I like to do things where the students are working on a big project every week all semester, and then I like them to put it together in sort of like a portfolio.
Yeah.
But that's a hard concept for students to understand with the Pad. I'm just wondering if there's a way you could put a PDF on Padlet so that they have go look, but they can't copy.
Yeah. If they take their Word document and switch it to a PDF before posting it on there, they could do that.
Well, I'm thinking of using it as an opening for a semester project, like a bulletin board. Like, this is what you're going to end up with at the end of the semester, but don't freak out because you do week by week. It's pretty easy. But in the end, they end up with this big, like I said, portfolio of all the work.
A couple things with that. First of all, they could always share those items. They don't need to share them as a PDF. If they share it with Word online and just make it so it's a view only, that's one way to do it. Also, Canvas recently acquired Portfolio. Amy, you were involved with the talks a while back about looking to find some sort of portfolio tool. So that might be something that, you know, we look at as Canvas announces what they're going to do with Portfolio as a way to build portfolios. Because I think that will allow them to share with other students as well, just to view. So that might be something. But in the meantime, Padlet, I think that's a cool idea for what you're trying to do as far as displaying the work and allowing others to have a view of it. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Next week, we've got another, actually on Friday, Rob's supposed to be doing Canvas quizzes. So I don't know if I have to remind him on that. But he's supposed to be showing us how he puts, the great Dr. Spohr puts quizzes to use using Canvas. And then next week, I'm off the hook again. Tuda's going to come in and show us how he is using rubrics and outcomes in his Canvas course. So some pretty cool things on deck. Hopefully you can tune in. If not, we will talk to you soon.